renowned international relations expert and former U.S. Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger, who is now a centenarian with a head of white hair, remains intellectually robust. During an interview with The Economist from the UK, he spoke for 8 consecutive hours, offering numerous insights into the international landscape. For instance, Kissinger pointed out that within the next 5 years, Japan is poised to become a nuclear-armed nation, significantly enhancing its military capabilities. However, the most startling prediction from Kissinger in this interview revolves around the bold assertion regarding the global order in 2049. He speculates that 3 superpowers will emerge on the world stage at that time. So, who are they? The third one might surprise you. Do your thoughts align with Kissinger's? Let's unveil the answers one by one. In Kissinger's prophecy, the United States takes the lead among the 3 superpowers in 2049. The rise of the United States traces back to the period around World War I. Being untouched by the ravages of war, the U.S. not only emerged unscathed but also profited immensely from the conflict, establishing itself as the world's leading industrial power. While the old capitalist powers in Europe suffered substantial setbacks, the U.S. replaced the United Kingdom and claimed the top spot among global nations. Even during World War II, the continental U.S. remained untouched, making it the sole exception among the nations involved in the conflict. Consequently, post-war America grew even more robust, solidifying its dominance for over 70 years. The reasons behind America's hegemony primarily lie in 2 factors: the U.S. military and the U.S. dollar. The prowess of the U.S. military is self-evident. The United States remains unrivaled in terms of military strength globally. In 2022, the U.S. military expenditure reached $780 billion, with the 2024 budget soaring to an unprecedented $842 billion. This figure surpasses the combined military budgets of 9 other countries, including China, Russia, India, and the UK. Such significant investments translate into an unparalleled nuclear arsenal, the largest aircraft carrier battle group, and an air force boasting aircraft like the B-2 bomber and F-22 stealth fighter. Clearly, the U.S. is diligently arming itself to address future shifts in the global landscape. Beyond its formidable military, what makes the U.S. even more formidable is the supremacy of the U.S. dollar. Since the 1960s, the U.S. established the petrodollar system, and as the lifeblood of industry circulated, the U.S. dollar became the world's currency, essentially kidnapping global economic development. For other nations, the threats posed by the U.S. dollar hegemony are significant, leading to periodic economic crises and occasional exploitation by the U.S. However, paradoxically, the U.S. dollar hegemony serves as the United States' most robust defense. By sharing risks and harvesting global wealth, the U.S. consistently stands unyielding in the face of various crises, highlighting the pivotal role of the U.S. dollar hegemony for the country. With the combination of the U.S. military and the U.S. dollar maintaining its position as a hegemonic power in 2049 doesn't seem unlikely for the United States. However, Kissinger suggests that this position might not be as secure as it is today. Kissinger emphasizes that, as a superpower, ensuring relative security is crucial, as opposed to engaging in an arms race like the U.S., which poses threats to other nations. It can be imagined that the bellicose actions of the U.S. may have long-lasting and unwise implications for domestic resources. Moreover, the U.S. dollar hegemony is under constant assault. For example, the call for the internationalization of the Chinese yuan has been persistent in recent years. Many countries, including Iran and Russia, choose to settle transactions using the yuan. 20 years from now, whether the U.S. dollar can maintain its current status remains uncertain. In summary, the U.S. is expected to dominate in 2049, but it won't be the sole superpower as it is today. China, rising from the shadows, unstoppable. If the United States' dominance is rooted in centuries of accumulation, then China's ascent to a position of dominance is nothing short of a miraculous come-from-behind feat. In 1949, when the People's Republic of China was established, the landscape was desolate, with shattered mountains and broken walls everywhere. The industrial foundation was weak, and hundreds of millions of people struggled in the grip of hunger and cold. More significantly, New China found itself caught between the Cold War rivalry of the United States and the Soviet Union. The reactionary Kuomintang forces in Taiwan were also plotting a comeback. Amid internal and external challenges, the international community held a pessimistic view of China's prospects. However, 70 years later, China's momentum of development has surpassed all expectations, and no country dares to question the great achievements of the new China. Economically, China has become the world's second-largest economy. According to estimates from a UK think tank, China's total economic output is projected to surpass the United States before 2035, officially making it the world's top economy. Militarily, with missiles like the Dongfeng 1, advanced fighter jets like the J-20, and aircraft carriers like the Shandong, China's military capabilities are on par with any other nation. Politically, China's international influence is growing stronger. Its presence is felt on the diplomatic stage. Unlike the US, which often exerts dominance, China consistently promotes peace and development worldwide through initiatives like the Belt and Road, covering Central Asia and Africa, helping numerous countries transition from poverty to prosperity. In summary, today's China is in a league of its own, and this has raised high levels of alertness in Western countries, with the United States being the most paradoxical case. On one hand, the US nurtures a multitude of media outlets that persistently criticize China's economy. On the other hand, the US raises the banner of the China threat theory, utilizing tools such as trade wars and technological sanctions to continually suppress China. Nevertheless, this only underscores the awe-inspiring strength of China, leaving the United States helpless and exposed in its attempts to counteract. Given China's current trajectory, it is only a matter of time until it becomes the world's largest economy by 2049, competing head-to-head with the United States in various fields, solidifying its place as one of the three global superpowers. During this period, the United States and its allies will undoubtedly intensify efforts to curb China's rise. Of course, for a nation that emerged from adversity, such obstacles are but paper tigers for China. As long as China maintains its independence and continues to develop, the grand revival of China is something no country can impede. India, a populous nation with great potential. The assertion that China and the United States would emerge as global powers is a logical inference. However, the mention of a third superpower by Kissinger, India, is undeniably surprising. In the usual perception, India is seen as an extremely chaotic and impoverished nation. With severe government corruption, a clear caste system, and a lack of security for the common people, India's basic landscape consists of crowded streets, dilapidated houses, and unhygienic food. However, Kissinger's judgment is not without valid reasons. India indeed possesses the potential to become a superpower, primarily for three main reasons. Firstly, India is a vast nation, covering nearly 3 million square kilometers, with a population reaching 1.408 billion, making it the world's most populous country. The massive population is both a challenge and an asset. Due to India's relatively healthy demographic structure, with a significant proportion of young and working-age individuals, there is a possibility that, over time, India could leverage its expansive market for industrialization and modernization. Currently, many low-end manufacturing industries from China have shifted to India. For China, these sweatshops hold diminishing value after the upgrading of manufacturing. However, for India, this presents a lucrative opportunity and a significant avenue for future development. Secondly, India's high-tech industry is growing rapidly, with a notable presence of Indian-origin executives in Silicon Valley, USA. Currently dominated by high-caste individuals, the benefits of this sector are not reaching the majority of ordinary people in India. However, if India increases investments in education and research, fosters more high-tech talents, and addresses caste disparities, its development potential should not be underestimated. In the past few months, amid the Russia-Ukraine conflict, India skillfully navigated the situation, importing low-cost oil and natural gas from Russia and reselling them at a higher price to European countries. Similarly, in the future, as the rivalry between China and the US becomes a norm, India can benefit by adeptly managing diplomatic relations. For its own development, this would be highly beneficial. Currently, India ranks as the world's fifth largest economy, poised to surpass Japan in the near future. With 26 years remaining until 2049, catching up and becoming a major player is certainly within the realm of possibility for India. As a top international relations expert, Kissinger has made numerous successful predictions in the past. Now, by placing China, the US, and India as the future top 3 superpowers, he indeed has substantial reasons for such assertions. However, the global landscape is ever-changing, and discussing events in 2049 at this point might be premature. For China, external praise or criticism makes little difference. As long as it adheres to its development path, the great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation is undoubtedly unstoppable. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We genuinely appreciate your support.